Hi, it's Karen with Living Our Dream Homestead, where today we're going to be making a blueberry streusel coffee cake. Now, first we need to go ahead and turn on our oven to 375 degrees. We need to be using a 9-inch square bake pan. We need to go ahead and grease it. Now, I ended up using the unsalted butter to grease the pan. And we'll go ahead and put that to the side. Now in this bowl, I have already put in 2 cups of all-purpose flour. I've put in 3/4 cup of granulated cane sugar, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, and a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And I went ahead and just used a spoon and stirred it in. To this ingredients, we are gonna go ahead and add in 1 large egg. And now we're going to go ahead and add in 1/2 cup of milk. Now I am using 2% milk. You're welcome to use whole milk. That would make it even taste even better. But I'm going to be using 2% milk. So I'm going to go ahead and add that in there now. And now we're going to go ahead and add in 1/2 cup of butter. I am using unsalted butter because we already have salt in the recipe and it needs to be softened. I went ahead and softened mine in the microwave, but you're welcome to go ahead and put it on the counter if you'd like. Again, mine is not totally melted, but it's just softened. So I'll go ahead and put this in here. If you like what you're seeing today, please hit the subscribe button down below. Now we're going to go ahead and use a hand mixer and beat this in. Your dough should look like this after mixing it in. We're now going to go ahead and add in 1 cup of blueberries. Now I am using frozen blueberries, but you can use fresh. Since I used the frozen ones, I went ahead and rinsed it with water about twice and then drained it. And now I'm going to go ahead and fold in the blueberries. Your batter should look like this after we have folded in the blueberries. The batter is a little bit tough, to incorporate the blueberries, but just do it as best as you can. Next, we need to go ahead and take our batter and put it into our 9-inch square baking pan. And like I said, the batter is kind of stiff, which is normal. Let's see if I can get it out of here. Then we just need to kind of spread it around in the pan. Just gonna go over there and get another spoon here. Just 1 second. Seems like it's a little harder to get off the spoon than I would like. That should be pretty good. Again, I'm just trying to move it around in the pan, trying to cover all the edges. The best that you can do. All right, that should be pretty good. Now we have it all covered in the pan. Now we're going to go ahead and put that to the side. We're going to go ahead and take another bowl and we're going to work on the crumb topping. So in this bowl, I have put in half a cup of granulated cane sugar, a third cup of all-purpose flour, and then we're going to be using a quarter cup of cold butter. Now I'm using unsalted butter, and I've kind of cut mine up to, you know, somewhat into like cube form, and we're going to go ahead and put that in here. Now you can either use a pastry cutter, which I'm probably just going to use my hands because that would probably be easier than using the fork. And we are going to go ahead and work up our butter, cold butter, into the flour and the sugar mixture. And we're going to try to get it broke up to it so it's like crumbly like. And I'll keep on working on this here. I found out when I would use a pastry cutter, it just, you really had to press down really, really hard, and sometimes it just didn't seem to get all the way as crumbly as I would like, and it just seems like with your hands, it just works a little bit better. You can get in there a little bit more and, push down on the butter to break it up. Okay, I think that's pretty good. Here, I'll show you what it looks like here. So your crumbs should look like this. And now we're going to go ahead and put our crumb topping onto our blueberry batter here. Just going to again use my hands and sprinkle it over the top. Try to cover your batter completely with the crumb topping. Okay, we'll put that there. And now we're going to need to go ahead and put it in the oven for 35 to 40 minutes or until your toothpick comes out clean. And then I'll show you what it looks like. Here's the blueberry coffee cake. I just wanted to show you what it looked like with the crumb topping that I put on top. Sometimes, again, it's hard to show it, on the camera, and I'd rather you see it up close. So I'll go ahead and put it in the oven now. Coffee cake is all out of the oven. This one baked 38 minutes. Now we need to go ahead and keep the coffee cake in the pan and put it over here on a wire rack to completely cool. Here's the coffee cake up close. It turned out beautifully. Let's go ahead and try it. Let's go ahead and have the coffee cake. I showed you up close what it looks like. Has good flavor. It's moist. You can taste the blueberries. You can't taste a lot of the blueberries, but you can taste the blueberries. So it's not overly powering. You could eat it for like dinner time with some ice cream if you wanted to, instead of just having it for breakfast. I ended up getting the recipe from Taste of Home Annual Recipes 2006. It's actually a recipe I've never had before. I thought I would go ahead and try it. It sounded really, really good. And every time I try a new recipe or a new skill, I write it down on a piece of paper here. And I already have blueberry streusel coffee cake, that it was pretty good. And I put it in a mason jar. And at the end of the year, at the end of December, I will go ahead and open it up and I will see what new skills or new recipes I have learned for the year. It's just like a learning thing for me and also to show my children. Well, thank you for watching. This was Karen with Living Our Dream Homestead. I hope you have a good day.